welcome back. We are back on the west coast, Okuru River mouth, September 2023, and we've come down here to where we put the boat in, and it's blowing its guts out. In fact, we put the boat in, it's pulled up at the shore. I said to Max, let's get back into the truck. It looks a bit dangerous to boat down the estuary at the moment, and man, it's just screaming through here at the moment. We've got to wait a little bit longer, but I suspect it's not going to ease up, so I think the first day is going to be a bit of a wash. But we've got 5 days here. Tuesday, Wednesday, not too bad. Thursday and Friday, heavy rain warnings, so I don't know what's going to happen, but well, let's wait and find out.
You watching your net? Pull. I think there's 1 or 2 in there. Jeez, fucking, it's a bit nasty. No, 10. Now I have 21. Well, we got down all right this morning. The wind's died right off and it's actually swung around 180 degrees. The river's down a little bit, but the waves are pumping, breaking hard and breaking a long way out, and every so often a massive wave comes up the river, even though it's low tide and it's left the boat high and dry. But we've had a couple of scoops. I got 11 and then 10. Max has had a couple, he hasn't got anything yet, but hopefully a few more will turn up as the tide makes, and we'll get a few. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 9. Oh, that's all right. Whoa! I don't think I got very many in this one. So Max tells me he got 16, and I'm very jealous because I didn't. 2, 4, 11, 12, 13, 16, so that's the record, is it? Yeah. Bastard. So we were getting 10s and 12s, and Max got a 16, that's the best for the day. More recently we're getting 2s, 3s and 4s, which is not so flash when you've got to talk about it in individual whitebait. Hopefully a few more will come up as the tide comes up. We got there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is certainly hard work today. What you doing? I don't. Maybe 1 or 2, but not enough to keep going, Max. What have we got in there? 1. I believe. Oh no, 2. 2. Wow, we're doing pretty hard today. Well, that's it. We're going to pack it in. The tide's between half and 2/3 of the way in. If anything was going to happen today, it would have happened. We caught about 100 or so, not too flash. We'll come back again tomorrow. Hopefully the sea will calm down a bit and it will be a bit better. It is supposed to be raining though, so we might get a wet backside. There's only 1 in there. It's Wednesday, it's wet, and it's blowing its guts out, and we've had 2 scoops so far, and we're getting a bit. Max just pulled out about 100, which is better than we did collectively yesterday. I don't know how much I've got. I'm getting a few stones in there, I haven't sorted them out yet, but I'd say there's a good cup and a half from the first 2 scoops. This is the first scoop. You were catching, you didn't even know, did you? You think you've got one? That's right, is it?
I saw at least one.
Saw at least one.
40. How many did you get?
I didn't count them. I got a few. I got quite a few. Here's the second one. It's not bad, son.
It's not bad at all.
Bad at all. Okay.
Well, I got 71 for your activation.
Not too bad. Gotta get back into it. Getting a few? 3? Oh, not as many as last time. What do we got next? So it's still blowing. Sort of a drizzly, sort of a rain falling, making it unpleasant, but it's not cold. And yeah, we're picking them up. We've got at least a couple of pounds so far. Max is picking them up in sort of 50s, 80s, 100s. I'm getting them in cups and half cups. I'm not saying I'm a better fisherman than Max, it's probably just the bigger net, but yeah, it's pretty good. You catch a whole lot of gravel. That's unfortunate. We just fished at the back that time. We got 20, 25 or so down the front. It's not really any good anymore. It's too slack. A lot of seawater coming in and that sort of thing. A lot of debris. So given the conditions are pretty nasty, we're probably going to give it away soon. Insufficient whitebait for the pain and suffering, so to speak, but we might give it a couple more drags and just see if anything else is there. But other than that, we can't complain. We got a wet ass, but we've got a bit of whitebait. So that's it, we'll pack up and head back. Time for a hot shower, I think. Well, Thursday has not dawned to flash. I got up at 6:30 this morning. I said, Max, come to the door and have a look at this. We looked outside. It was raining. It wasn't too bad, but it was blind. It was nasty. So we went back to bed. It's about 10:30 now. I went down to Haast Beach, got sandblasted there, come down to where we launched the boat. It's a couple of hours after low tides. The tide's not even in yet. The river is right up. The boat launching area is completely flooded and it is windy as I'm sitting in the truck at the moment and getting rocked from side to side, and pleased we made the decision not to venture out today. So the weather's not done with us yet. We've had so much wind on this trip and rain. We're supposed to get a lot more rain overnight. It's supposed to be done by the early hours of tomorrow morning though, so with that and the wind dying down, we'll head down to the river and have a look. The sea should be a little bit flatter but still a bit rough. The only question will be how much water's in the river. Stay tuned and we'll find out. About 5. Nothing in there. Oh, you got one. Good job. So we made it back down to the river mouth. It was raining when we left the motel this morning, drizzly by the time we put the boat in, and by the time we got down to the mouth it had stopped. You can see a thin line of blue behind me on the horizon. That's a clearance coming up from the south, so hopefully we'll get a bit of sun today. There's a nasty little easterly that's just sprung up in the last 10 minutes or so. The river's still a bit high. It must have been higher yesterday and last night. We saw a stand smashed up by the bridge, and there's a makeshift toilet washed up on the beach right down by the mouth. So there's been a bit of destruction around the place. Max and I have had a scoop each. I got 9, Max got 1, probably just one's camping. It's right on low tide. The sea's still a bit rough. As I said, the river's a bit high, the moon's not quite right, so I'm not too hopeful, but we'll stick around for a couple of hours and see how we go. We got 11 that time. We're getting 9s, 10s, 11s. It's a lot like Tuesday actually, but unfortunately it started to rain again. So we just picked up 45 then, just when you think you're going to get another 8 or 9 and pack it up and go home, you get a few more, so we better have a few more scoops and see how we go. So we only got a few that last drag, 80 or 90 for the day, so not too much happening down on the river. We're going to pack up and head back up now, back to the motel unit, pack up the truck and hopefully head home. The Haast Pass is closed at the moment. There was a slip come across it yesterday at Blue Pools. Hopefully the team will be out there and have that cleared this afternoon so we can head out. 1.5 kgs for the trip, not too bad. We only fished 3 days because of the weather. But yeah, happy enough with that. Got a feed or a few feeds for throughout the year, and as always we'll be back next year. So I was sitting here editing this video and I thought I'd better tell you what happened. We thought we'd get out over Haast Pass, they'd clear the slip and away we go, but actually it was closed for a few days, and we heard that that was likely to be the case around the Haast township, so we hightailed it north and we got as far as Kumara, and the road over the Arthur's Pass was closed. So we stayed there the night, got up at 6:30 the next morning and headed away, and it was still closed. We waited at Otira for about an hour, then we bolted over the pass, then we had to wait at Arthur's Pass for another hour or so, and then they finally opened the road and we got over there. Okay, there was a fair bit of snow around, but they had the road cleared, and then shot down through Ashburton, Geraldine, over Burke's Pass, bit of snow around there, through the Mackenzie country, that wasn't too bad, and then over the Lindis, which had a fair bit of snow on it too. But we got home all right, but I think it was a good 8-hour detour. We certainly put a few Ks under our belt that day.